Hello everyone, and welcome back to Quest for Glory 4 Shadows of Darkness. So, last episode we did see the Adventurers Guild.
Are you just sightseeing or casing my place?
Let's see if the Burgermeister here might know anything about that.
What are you up to today?
What about your adventures?
Never have I heard such wild stories before. I am supposed to believe that a Prince of Shapir stands before me? You do not look like anything other than a teller of tales to me.
I mean, I'll admit that I don't look like I'm wearing a Shapir outfit. I do understand that.
To be honest, I do not trust you. What you say of yourself is unbelievable. And what you do around here seems likely to get you in trouble. If the path was clear, I would ask you to leave Mordavia. As things are, I will be watching you closely. The old Adventurers Guild is at the north end of town.
Guild.
It has been abandoned for many years, since we have not had many adventurers who could cross the swamp. Seeing as you are supposed to be an adventurer, here, have a key to the guild door. Perhaps you can find something of use there.
Alright.
To the northwest of town is Castle Borgov. It used to be owned by the Borgov boyars of Mordavia, but the last Borgov died years back, and no one came to take his place. Some strangers moved in some years back, but they have had nothing to do with the town, and we have had nothing to do with them. The old road from town used to meet with the road from the castle and head south to the pass. The heavy rains not only created the swamp, but caused so much plant growth you can't see the road anymore. The swamp is a dangerous and foul place. They say that all who ever were buried beneath the earth there now reach up to drag the living to their deaths. I have seen for myself that this is true. Stay far from the swamp if you value your safety.
Stay away from the swamp.
There are other things in Mordavia to see and do, but I am not a tour guide here. Go off and see for yourself, but be careful. The gates of the town are locked at night, so be sure to return before it gets dark. It's dangerous to be out after sunset.
He just keeps talking. Townspeople.
Everyone in Mordavia minds their business and does not go looking for trouble. You obviously do not fit in well here.
Right. Alright, so we got a new key. So let's say goodbye.
Stay out of trouble if you have any brains.
And let's head on.
Stay out of trouble and other people's business, and you and I will get along with one another. Otherwise, you will get me angry. I'm sure you don't want to make me angry, do you?
Is that a Incredible Hulk reference? Seems like one. So,
Lock the door, using the key the Burgermeister gave you.
hey, they fixed that. When you went into the Adventurers Guild, it would freeze up, and you would have to raise up here into this bar, and then it would move a little bit, and then freeze up again, and so you'd have to do this motion to get into the door. So cool.
There are a number of books on the shelf, including Hero Magazine's Golden Guild Guide to Mordavia, Flora, Fauna, and Folklore.
Really now?
Which
Let's read
book do
some
you
books.
want to read?
Read the Hero
As
Magazine.
you scan through Hero, the Journal of General Job Adjusting, you find quite a bit of information that might be useful here. There are a series of articles about the land of Mordavia. The town originally grew up around Castle Borgov. The Borgovs were the boyars, or local noblemen, assigned the role of guarding the area from invaders. The chapter on fauna describes a number of interesting creatures. The Necrotor is a vicious carnivore with big, sharp teeth. Some of the other monsters sound even more horrific. In the forest lives the Lishi, a creature known for playing practical jokes on travelers and playing riddle games, but which can also be helpful to those it likes. You learn about the Rosalka, the spirit of a murdered unmarried woman. Such spirits are said to inhabit lakes and rivers. They try to avenge themselves by drowning any man foolish enough to approach them. You could really learn a lot by reading this magazine thoroughly instead of just browsing through it. Isn't it nice that we included a complete copy in your game box?
So, they actually do include one. If you buy the game from GOG, they actually give you all 5 of the individual manuals as well as the Quest for Glory Anthology manual. But then they also allow you to download the journal as well as a couple of other extra goodies that were in the game box. So it is really nice. I'm really happy that GOG has all of that available for you. So, hashtag not sponsored by
Turns out to be
GOG.
an advertising brochure. It says, I, Dr. Cranium, predict that someday one of my descendants will become the subject of a major computer game. The Castle of Dr. Brain from Sierra Online. Jeez, how cheesy can you get? The book is all about using spells in unusual and creative ways, such as calming a fire, using alternate flame and frost spells to make something brittle and break, and so on. You pick up a number of useful tips which will improve your spellcasting.
Yay! Read Talk Fu.
This book teaches the ancient Oriental art of Talk Fu. How to overcome opponents by attacking them with the unpronounceable names of martial arts forms and confusing them with fortune cookie wisdom. You get lost somewhere between karate and kuksu.
R.I.P.
This book teaches you how to use the stair stepper to build strong leg muscles and talks about the importance of whole body development. It says to build up your strength gradually by adding weights to the baskets.
Alright. So that will let us actually use the stair stepper efficiently.
Hey, this isn't a lending library.
We can't take a
Nice
book.
try. But the bookshelf won't budge. If there's a secret passage around here, it's hidden a different way.
There actually is a secret passage around here. If you play as a thief, you can interact with the hooks
All of
over
the hooks
here.
are empty.
And by interacting with the hooks, you can open up this up here.
There's an empty picture frame above the bookshelf. Either somebody thought the wall itself was a piece of art, or a thief has been at work here.
And that will allow you entrance into the Thieves Guild. Unfortunately, we are a paladin, so
Finely
that's not a
crafted sword
possibility.
rests within this case, but there doesn't seem to be a door or any way to open the case. A plaque reads, "Break glass in emergency."
Oh, really? Let's,
Are you kidding? You have trouble forcing a mayonnaise jar open, let alone a heavy case. You'll need to build up your strength before you can get through this one.
let's just break the
You
case.
break open the front of the case. Avoiding the broken glass, you pull out the sword. It looks like a fine quality weapon.
Yay! We have a,
I'm reminding you, JV work on your scout book.
echo. Stop. 3 in the morning. Why is that going off for... I don't understand that at all. A high-quality, well-balanced sword from the urgent care section of the Adventurers Guild. That, I don't know why Alexa just went off at 3 in the morning telling one of the kids to do something. Like, they're not even awake at all. They're not going to be.
That would be a lot easier if the desk had a drawer.
Read the
You
logbook.
read in the adventurer's log about some near the end.
Oops. Hang on. I
Near,
did that one.
you
Oops.
sign your name into the adventurer's logbook with a flourish. It's almost become a habit by now.
Read the
To
logbook.
read in the adventurer's log about some of the exploits of past adventurers in Mordavia. Prominent among them is the story of Piotr and the Dark One's cult. Near the end of the book, Piotr tells how he led the armies against the Chernovi cult outside the Dark One's cave. The fighters were trained soldiers, but the cult members fought like madmen. Suddenly, the cult members changed their forms and became grotesque monsters. Many of the soldiers panicked and ran. The battle was nearly lost. Then Piotr heard the voice of Irana. By all my will, I banish you two. The voice was cut off. The cult members screamed and ran. Piotr entered the cave and searched for some sign of life. All he could find were the grotesque remains of cult members. The only sign of Irana was her magical staff lying on the ground. Piotr picked it up and left the cave, knowing that Irana was beyond his help. Piotr then tells how he brought the staff back to town and placed it in the town square. A garden of flowers instantly sprang up around it. Near the end of the book, Piotr tells that he was going to seek out the rituals of the Dark One and destroy them. There are no letter entries.
Alright. Let's,
It's a rare example of the deadly Mordavian moose, distinguishable by its long, fang-like canines. Someone has strung garlic around its neck, probably in hopes that it will stay on the wall. A large ring is securely attached to the ceiling.
oh yeah, because
This is a long, sturdy-looking rope with a grapnel hook attached to one end.
there is a grappling hook
Trying
over
to
here.
be a social climber?
I did not mean to click on the wall.
You pick up the rope and grapnel set and tie it onto your pack.
So here's another thing we can do. We can practice climbing.
That was good climbing practice, but you haven't quite got it yet. Keep trying.
This is a good way of leveling up your climbing.
That was...
There's a lot to do here to just kind of grind out and level like all of your skills.
That...
Of course, it does use stamina. If I remember Quest for Glory 2, where we did a lot of that extra grinding. Many episodes of grinding.
That was fun.
Yay!
Now you feel like climbing something even higher, like Mount Tana.
Mount Tana. Yay! You can climb all the way up now. Go ahead and take that then. So, we are now at 200 climbing skill. Awesome. I knew it was a good idea to put stats into climbing right away. 164 magic skill, we really need to level that up. 202 communication skill. All of our skills are actually pretty decent right now. So that's good. So use the stair stepper.
Your legs are too stiff and sore to use this right now.
And so let's
After...
take some resting.
Up.
Nice thing about this game is that it does not limit your resting.
Your legs are too stiff. Up.
Unfortunately,
Up.
because there's no stamina potions, I will...
There's only a certain amount of punishment your body can stand on any given day. Enough pain, enough gain for now. Try again tomorrow.
There you go. So that gave us 280 strength and 227 vitality. Awesome. That up from, I think it was 200 strength, so that's pretty good. What time is it? Okay, it's still just the start of the day. Knock on
You
door.
hear movement on the other side of the door. After a few minutes, you hear someone removing the bar and unlocking the bolts on the other side of the door. The inhabitants of the inn eye you suspiciously. You get the feeling that you're not particularly welcome here.
Let's go ahead and sit down and eat something real quick.
You get a fine meal of roast lamb garnished with red cabbage. Oh, and liberally flavored with garlic.
These people and their garlic.
Now the table's helping to keep you off the floor.
Let's talk to these people again. First, let's start out by
They
greeting.
all stare at you for a moment, then go back to talking amongst themselves.
What about myself?
We do not believe in heroes in Mordavia. We have no need of heroes here.
Yeah, I mean, a hero's a nice sandwich, but I don't want to live next door to one.
Actually, I
completely
had
different.
an uncle once who was a hero.
Will you give me a break with all this hero stuff? Enough!
I love when the dialogue just does not match up at all with what is programmed in. It's like, how does that even happen, you know?
You know, we don't get many strangers here, now that the pass outside's been cut off.
He's right. We don't trust ones who come here by unknown means.
Oof.
Yeah, particularly strangers we don't know.
We tend to be kinda suspicious of strangers, and I think I'm looking at one right now.
Yeah, that's why we made the sign that says strangers are unwelcome and unwanted.
Right. In our own subtle way, we try to get across the fact that we don't like them very much.
Strangers bring bad luck.
Strangers bring trouble.
Actually, the last stranger brought a jester's hat and a staff, but we still don't trust him.
Anything else you want to know, stranger?
Ask about
You
the
know,
jester.
there's another stranger in town besides you.
Oh, and let me tell you, he is very strange, okay?
Strange. The dude ain't even human.
No one knows how he got here or why he came.
No one knows where he goes during the day, or who he's trying to meet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he tells jokes. At least I think he does.
Yeah, he says he's a real jester.
He dresses like Sonny Bono.
And he acts like a gnome.
He is a gnome, Einstein.
Once again, line that's completely
The town of
different.
Mordavia is a very safe place to be, gotta tell you.
Oh yeah, you got nothing to fear within the walls of the town.
Other than the old monastery.
Yeah, the old monastery. As long as you don't venture into the old monastery, you'll be safe as milk in this town.
Yeah, as long as you don't even think of getting near the old monastery, you're gonna be okay.
Did I, mention the monastery door?
Oh, yeah, right. The monastery door. Look, as long as you don't go near the monastery door.
In fact, nowhere near the monastery. Don't even think about it.
You'll be perfectly safe in the town of Mordavia.
I get the feeling that the three of these voice actors like recorded their lines together because they are definitely like playing off each other's lines.
Hey, look. There's nothing wrong with us.
Yeah, we're okay. We've been tested.
Well, to tell you the truth, I do feel a cold sore coming on.
How about night?
Mordavia nights are dangerous.
Oh, don't worry, I
He's
have
right, you know. Nobody
280
goes out at
strength.
night, except my girlfriend, but she's working.
Her and a few ghosts, and revenants, a wraith, and vampire or two.
Hold it, put it in park. There are no vampires in Mordavia.
Vampires in Mordavia. Whoever heard of such nonsense?
I hate to burst your bubble, but my Uncle Fred was bitten by a vampire once.
Your Uncle Fred's alive and well and retired till Silmaria. Hello?
Yeah, I I know him. He sends you a postcard every harvest time saying, "Where's my $20?"
Well, he had a miraculous recovery.
They nod at you in response.
Let's talk to Yuri here.
I am well. My wife keeps the kitchen, and I keep the inn. Together, we make the Hotel Mordavia the best place to stay in all this valley.
Alright. Wife.
My wife,
Oh, I did that one.
they come in here in the evening to talk, to drink, and relax.
Where did they stay?
My wife prepares and serves 2 hearty meals a day. I am sure you will find them satisfying. Just sit down in the chair by the door, and Bella will be happy to serve you. Garlic is our national vegetable. We all love garlic around here, don't we, my friends? Of course. Hey, everyone loves garlic.
Yeah, it's stinky. It's our country's flower.
I don't care much for garlic.
I don't remember asking.
I get the feeling that there's something odd going on here with the way that these 3 characters talk and how they don't match up. Like, something tells me that there's some reason for that. Like maybe, like they recorded together or something and they started playing off
Lock
each
the door
other
to your
and
room and go in.
stuff like that. I don't know. All I know is that it's very clear that there's something special about the 2 of them. Yeah, the 3 of them. So, oh dang it! I slept in my
Awaken as the sun
bed.
begins to rise.
That was dumb. Slept in my bed. Oh well. Time to eat some breakfast. And we can tell the guys always leave in
Eat
between
your plain but nourishing breakfast.
night and day.
It has more than a bit of garlic added for spice.
More than a bit of garlic. Hey, these are new.
This inn used to do a steady business before the swamp prevented traders and tourists from coming. Now we mostly make our money off of food and drink. The castle was once that of the boyar. Now we do not know who lives there. Besides the ones
Mysterious.
that come in here in the evening, there are quite a few others. You probably have met the shopkeeper, the gravedigger, and the burgomeister. And then there's Nikolai and that crazy Dr. Cranium. He is a harmless old man who wanders around looking for his dead wife. It must be a shame to grow old all alone.
Aww.
Dr. Cranium came to Mordavia several years before the swamp closed off the pass. No one knows much about him, but no one trusts him. It's rumored that he conducts strange experiments. The
They
shopkeeper
are
knows
definitely
everything
strange.
that goes on in town. She also makes a delicious avocado and garlic sandwich, which she sells as rations.
Avocado and garlic. That just sounds
The
disgusting.
burgomeister keeps to himself and lives in his office. The gravedigger is a strange one, though he is a good carver of tombstones and digger of graves.
Let's see. Forest?
I know little of the forest, for I seldom leave my inn. You should speak with the burgomeister. Perhaps he can tell you more about it.
Alright.
I
Innkeeper.
am well, as always.
Rumors.
I do not gossip.
Well, R.I.P. then.
The innkeeper nods at you.
Alright. Let's head on out of here then. And I think I'll go ahead and end,
Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
we'll go ahead and end this episode off here. So I do hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to check the video description down below for a link to the playlist so you can get caught up on any episodes you might have missed. And I'll see you all next time. See you later.